Thank you to Samuel Wright for your support on Patreon.
You know what's been on my mind recently? And it's a weird thought, so, and a little existential. So if that stuff bothers you, you're going to skip this part. But it occurred to me the other day that human beings are chemical reactions. Reproductive fluids. As fluid as water or a mucus or whatever the hell. Fluid. When reacting to another fluid and incubated in the proper way, creates flesh and bone and consciousness. Consciousness, which is as the result of multiple chemical reactions in this electric meat sack that we call a brain. Chemical reaction creates fucking bone and life as we know it. Chemical reactions. Why did no one mention that shit in chemistry class? That would make me way more interested in knowing what liquid turns another liquid a different color when it's the building blocks to understanding how fucking two different liquids, when incubated in the right place, becomes living beings. You're going crazy. You're on the steering wheel, so I can move you around. Not that I should, because that looks sickening. I am at the hospital right now. I mentioned in the last video that I went in for an MRI. Well, I got the results. And I'm here also because Bree's mom needed a ride to her appointment, conveniently at the same place. This place is really nice, and I got the results. This cool little packet. I won't show it to you because it's got like sensitive information on it, but like it has a slot for a disc where it has the pictures of my MRI, and then like it also has a slot for the paper, and it has all this cool info, and it can be sealed and mailed like very easily. I don't know who designed this fucking thing, but they were a genius. So the written report here, you can kind of see in the reflection of my glasses, it's got some sensitive ass information on it. So I'm just gonna take these off for a second because that'll make it easier to read. Decreased T2 signal at the L4, L5 intervertebral disc space consistent with disc desiccation. I don't know what that word is. In my L3, L4 vertebrae, there is mild diffuse disc bulge without spinal canal stenosis or neural foraminal narrowing. And in my L4, L5, diffuse disc bulge with central extrusion, that's the herniation, resulting in severe spinal canal stenosis and mild to moderate left neural foraminal narrowing. I have no clue what half of these words mean, but I know what a few of them do, and they're not making me feel great. And on the other page, it has diagnosis, dorsalgia, and lumbosacral spondylosis without myelopathy. I don't know what that means. So the long and the short of it is I still have the disc herniation that I documented 2 years ago when I was first sent to the ER a couple times for it. And then now we've got spinal stenosis, disc narrowing, and another disc that's bulging. So fun, fucking Jesus Christ. But in positive news in relation to all of this, in actual positive news, I should say, my doctor who works at this facility and is like the nicest doctor I've ever had, they hooked me up. They got me proper medication. They got me starting physical therapy. They've got me that MRI. They went over the results with me. They're like, if you have any questions anytime, call me. And I want to see how the physical therapy goes. I've already had one session. I had that on Monday. And tomorrow I'm doing the second half of my intake, and I've got a lot of appointments set up and a lot of gonna be working on it. And it turns out things are worse than I thought. But yeah, so in further health update news, I am now fully vaccinated. So I will be returning to the gym before long so I can return to my water walking in safety. Water walking for me, because I've got arthritis in my ankles, osteoarthritis in both my ankles, and with the disc bulging and the herniating and the stenosis and all that other shit, water really helps take the pressure off of all that, especially at my weight, which is another thing. I'm going to be seeking out, and I'm currently seeking out, I should say, addiction therapy, because I have a food addiction at this point. It's uncomfortable to get into it, and as soon as you say like you're seeing therapy about addiction, the stuff that comes to your head is people who are in a much worse situation than I am. But needless to say, you don't get to 400 pounds without having a lot of other problems behind it. Me and Bri have been working on different ways to try to manage it at home, so that I don't have to go to rehab for it, because I need my support system in order to maintain any level of stability, and I'm scared, in all honesty. My goal is to utilize all the differences and the modifications in my home life to try to make things easier, and to try to enter therapy and to do physical therapy and to do all the things so that we can avoid surgery, so we can avoid the injections, so that we can avoid all the scarier options. Because I'm going to be turning 26 this month on the 26th. I'm going through this gender transition, and I don't want the new me to be as unhealthy as the old me was. My ideal self that I want to be does not look like this. Someone mentioned in the last video with the improved video quality. This is just a different setting on my phone. So thank you for the compliments on that, but this is just the front-facing camera on my phone. Someone mentioned because of the video quality being upped, does that bode well for face cam returning? And no, I'm still uncomfortable showing myself online. I don't like being. And it's nothing like a blanket statement, you know. If you feel comfortable at whatever weight you're at and you're healthy, whatever, be happy. You do you. I'm glad for you. I am not happy being this heavy. I want to be significantly lighter by at least 200 or more pounds. And that's a long fucking way to go when you physically can't exercise very much. I can't even physically move very much. I'm not happy with myself right now. I'm not happy with how I feel. I'm not happy with how I look. I do appreciate the votes of confidence and the kind words to my appearance. It is very nice, and those do feel nice to read and to hear. But I've got to feel myself saying those things about me before I feel like I can come back. So for the time being, unless my mind changes at some point, or there's been a significant change in my appearance before I change my mind, only in these videos where it's exclusively video will face cam be a part of it. So I think that's about it. I'm going to physical therapy. I'm having mental therapy. I'm also having that. I'm seeking out addiction therapy. I'm doing a lot to try to just get to a normal life, dude. I don't like broadcasting how fucked I feel. I don't know if there's this disconnect between what y'all see and what I'm feeling, but I spend the majority of the day in a feeling of utter hopelessness, because any position, any duration of time, it hurts, and it seems like nothing I do will reduce my weight. No diet has worked, no exercise is possible, nothing is working, nothing is helping, and that's how I'm feeling. And so it has taken a lot to get me to do all of these things. I have a very, very fortunate and specific and wonderful set of circumstances that allow me to pursue all of this medical treatment for free because of Medicaid, and because of fucking Bri providing, and the help from the people who have helped to donate and continue to do so every month, either YouTube memberships or Patreon. We got a new patron which is very, very awesome. And so I'm just, fuck, man. Shout out to them. Samuel Wright, shout out to you. And to everyone who's been helping, and the support, like I said, not just financially, because like I said, it's tight right now, and I don't want it to seem like every video I make is just me asking for money, because it's incredibly awkward, and at no point do I want this to become even remotely sounding like I'm saying it for any other reason than just trying to tell y'all how I'm doing. I will continue to try to convey the severity of what's going on, but the biggest barrier to that is just how scared I am to broadcast something so personal and something that hurts so bad. So that's something else I'm working on. We'll see how things go with physical therapy and with all the other things I'm doing. Hopefully I'll have some good news to report sometime soon. Person next to me was parked on the fucking cement barrier. Oh boy. Oh God. Two people trying to back up at the same time right behind me. Please don't hit me. I'm literally just parked here. I'll go ahead and let y'all go. Hopefully next time I'll have some good news for you. We'll see. House is still going well. This is recorded pretty soon after the last video, so I don't really have much new stuff to report. We're still just kind of worried about the closing costs, but no really big news at this point. So thank y'all for watching. I'll talk to you again later. Be safe. Be kind.